Good morning and welcome to our webinar, Crisis Averted. We're going to be talking today about the 11 steps your business needs to take to prepare for the coronavirus economic panic. And let's be in no doubt, there is a panic happening right now around the world, around our communities. Let me just first of all start by introducing myself. My name is Jeff Williams and I work as a business coach, helping business owners to thrive in good times, to survive through bad times, and to build a business that is the business that they want. Now, right now, the issue for you is, the question is actually, will your business survive through this economic panic? This has come about so quickly. A little over 2 weeks ago, we saw stock markets starting to plummet. We saw oil prices dropping massively. We wondered when it was going to have an effect on us within our business and within our community. Well, guess what? It's arrived. It's here. And it's impacting on us massively. Just in the last week, we've gone into lockdown. The Prime Minister has taken steps to safeguard the NHS, to safeguard our community, to safeguard older ones within our community. And that's vitally important to us. Life is nothing without our family and without our loved ones. So we're all doing our part to make that happen. But that, of course, means that we're in lockdown. Can I get a hands up? Hands up if you're feeling a little bit stir crazy right now. We're only, 4 days into lockdown? Hands up. Yeah. Most of you there are starting to feel a little bit stir crazy at this particular moment in time. So it's vital actually that at this time, we look at this time now, not as a time to panic, not as a time to slumber and slow down, but a time of massive activity. In fact, when I first delivered this webinar just over a week ago, we were helping people to focus really on surviving and not thriving through this process. But today, as I'm recording it, people, I believe, are more positive. I'm more positive about the future. And the reason being is that we can start to see how this situation is going to come out, how it's going to come to an end. A week ago, I was telling people we were walking in the mist. We couldn't see where we're going. We're just putting one step in front of the other. Now, that is still true to a certain degree. We don't know exactly what twist and turn this virus is going to take. But what we can see as it sweeps across the globe is an actual bell curve. We can see that it rises very high, huge amount of infections and deaths, and then starts to drop down. As that death toll and the infection rate rises, so does the impact on the economy, and the economy has to shut down the virus. And then as we come out of it, then the economy starts to pick up. How much we can believe of all the data that's coming in around the world, we have to take with a pinch of salt. But our sources in businesses that we run around the world tell us that the businesses in China are actually now starting to take themselves out of mothball and starting to open their business 3 months after the start of the pandemic. So that gives us a window, a 6 to 12 week window in which we could possibly see ourselves coming out of this. We know where we go and we've got some idea. Now, the important thing that we need to recognize about this situation that we're in is the key thing at this moment in time is for us to survive, okay? But we must also, in the back of our minds, keep a hope or a desire or a plan to thrive through this as we come through this as an uptick at the end. Now, back in 2008, when we had the financial crisis, it took a few months for it to get a grip and start to impact on the economy, impact on our businesses, impact upon our jobs, impact upon our families. This, however, has been swift. It's happened just like that overnight. Everything shut down. So for that reason, we need to be swift and decisive in our actions. Now, that doesn't mean that we panic. It means that we need to have a plan. We need to react and decide very quickly in the moment. Let me illustrate it for you. We're meandering down the river in a boat. All of a sudden, we hit the rapids. What happens? Our boat is turned over, we're thrown into the river, and we're being washed downstream. What do? Well, the initial response is shock. It is a bit of panic, but we don't want to stay in that state. If we stay in panic and shock and not breathing, well, we're going to die. And the same is going to happen with us in our businesses right now if we go into panic. What we need to do is slow down, calm down, and start to look for some options. As soon as we see some options, we see the bank to our right or to our left, we decide which one is the closest, or we see something that we can grab hold of. Maybe there's overhanging trees or bushes. We start to make a plan as to what we do. As human beings, we become more relaxed and more effective if we have options in front of us. So it's important that you have some options. And what we're going to talk about today are 11 steps, 11 options that you can take to get yourself through this economic panic, which everybody else is in, but which you're going to work your way calmly through. Now the first thing that you need to do is to be positive. Now, I've started off on a really positive note. I'm not positive about the virus. It's having an impact on our families and our loved ones. And we need to make sure we follow the government direction to safeguard everybody else within our community, particularly those people that are working in the NHS and the older ones in our community. We need to do our part. Excuse me a second. However, when it comes to our business, we need to be positive. We need to project positivity to people about where we're going with our business, what our vision is as we get through this process, what our goals are as we get through this process. We're not going to stop. You know, there are a number of reactions that we can have when we get ourselves in a difficult situation. We can take flight, can't we? Or we can freeze and do nothing. What we want to do in this situation is we want to fight our way through it. As business owners, we want to lead people. We want to be business leaders and lead our people through it. So the words we use are vital. Just remember that. The words you use have an enormous impact on the people around you. So you need to be passionate. You need to be enthusiastic. You need to take this opportunity to become stronger in the way in which you communicate with your people that are working for you, with your customers, with your suppliers, with your family. You need to be a source of positivity. Now remember this, negativity repels people. Positivity draws people. It attracts people, okay? So if you want your business to thrive and to survive, let's forget the thrive for the moment, to survive through this particular situation, you need to be a source of positivity. You need to build your circle of influence and let people look to you and come to your business for solutions. Be the leader. And being the leader means having a plan. We're not going at this scattergun. You need to have a plan as to how you're going to deal with this. You need to give people somewhere to go. You need to give people something to grab hold of. Let's just get back in the water, shall we? We just gave that illustration of meandering down the river and all of us finding ourselves in the rapids. We see a log floating towards us. Give people something to hold of. They get hold of that log, even though it's still cold and wet, they feel some sort of security and comfort, and they can start to steer themselves in the direction. Now, it is tough right now what we're going through, okay? We're all going through this. It's tough. We're getting a reduction. Actually, some people's businesses are being wiped out completely. They can't open their doors for the next 3 months, but they need a plan. And if that's you, you need to remain calm and get a plan and start getting some direction. So the first thing we need to do is to survive through this situation, okay? The second thing we need to do is to work out how we can thrive through it at the end, okay? And again, when it comes to communication with your people, just be honest with them. A leader is very honest and very clear with people. Let them know what's going to be happening within the business. Let them know that it is going to be tough for a period of time. It could be quite hard. People could be living on 30, 40% of what they're earning, or 80% if you take advantage of the government's scheme. But it's going to be tough. Let them know that we're going to survive, and you've got a plan to work our way through this. And your communication needs to be 10 times higher than it ever has been with all those people that you come into contact with in your business, whether that be with your team, communicating with your staff on a daily basis with daily meetings with your customers, being in contact, finding out what their needs are, what their fears are, and communicating to them what your plan is to get yourself through this. Positive communication, absolutely. Rate yourself actually out of 10. Just do that for me in the box, in the chat box there. Just click on the chat box and in the question box, tap yourself on communication. Rate yourself out of 10. 10 being I'm phenomenal. I'm communicating with everybody that I need to communicate with on a regular basis, daily, hourly, weekly, whatever it is. 1 being I'm not doing much really, and I've begun to freeze. Let me see how you're feeling there. Yeah, I can see the numbers coming through there. Thank you very much for your honesty. Yeah, a few people rating themselves 7. Not many 10s in that. And that's true, because maybe we haven't ramped ourselves up to that, but we need to get ourselves into communicating regularly, communicating positively with people. Okay, step number 2, your second option that you need to do, you might need to change your business model. We need to not be resistant to change within our business. You know, we have 2 periods of time. We have BC and AC. BC was before coronavirus. AC is after coronavirus. The economy is going to change. There's going to be a shift in the way in which we do things. You know, this 12-week curve we're talking about, we may well come out of it. There may be some gradual lifts and releasing. There's a lockdown for certain businesses, and we'll work our way through that process. That could be 3 months. I don't know. It could be 6 months. But we need to plan ahead and think, well, after the coronavirus, AC, that period, which could be a 6 to 12-month transition, the business world is going to be different. Things have to be done differently. And that's where our formula for change comes in there. You can see it on the screen. I'm going to ask you to write this down. D times V plus F must be greater than R. Excuse me 1 second. I do ask your apologies. You can tell this is live, can't you? D times V plus F must be greater than R. What we're talking about there, the R in the formula is resistance. As human beings, we don't like change. Even though the one constant in life is change, we don't like change. However, right now, we're going to have to change the way in which we do our business. What the resistance to change comes from, it's just the way we feel as human beings. The D and the V in the formula stand for dissatisfaction and vision. If our dissatisfaction is not high enough, we're not going to change. If our vision for what we can have that's better than what we currently have isn't high enough, we're not going to change. The F in the formula stands for first steps. If we don't know what to do next, we're not going to change. So what we need to do is be very, very clear about how we feel about the current situation. Are we satisfied with it? Absolutely not. So what are we going to do about it? What do we want? What's the V? What's the vision? And what are the first steps that we have to take to overcome that resistance to change? That's something that has to be done within ourselves. And we need to understand that we may need to change our business model. If we don't change it, that dissatisfaction is going to go way off the scale. Our business is not going to exist anymore. So we're going to have to make changes in our business. They could be small changes within our business. We're not talking about wholesale changes immediately within our business, but we have to make changes bit by bit. 100 changes, 1 change, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 changes. 100 changes will make an enormous difference to the way in which we run our business. So, for example, we may need to change our products and our services that we're offering. We may need to repurpose the assets that we're using in our business. In the last webinar I gave, I said, look, we had one company that was a CNC milling company, and they were making things for the aerospace industry, not required at this moment in time. So what are they going to do with that machinery, with those assets? How can they repurpose them and service other industries that need those services right now? We might have to change our marketing. We may have to change our pricing. We may have to change our sales structure or our sales process, the way in which we go about what we're doing. So, an example of that would be restaurants. Shut. People can't come in and eat, but you can provide takeaway food to people within your restaurant. You can change the way in which you deliver food to people. You can make it into bulk products that you're selling, or you can speak to the corporates that are sending people home and ask them, would you like them to provide meals for their staff? Can you provide family packs? Different ways of running our business. It's quite interesting, actually. You need to look at this as an opportunity rather than a crisis, an opportunity to maybe do some of the things that you knew you should have been doing in your business. Perhaps you knew that your website was really out of date, wasn't working as well as it should be, wasn't attracting customers, you haven't been working on your SEO. What are you going to do about it? Well, here's your opportunity to make those changes now, to get ahead of the game, to get ahead of the market. I'm telling you now, you listening to this webinar now is putting you ahead of your competition, because now you're going to go away and sit down and think, what can I do to change this into an opportunity away from being crisis? I want you to write this down. Top 10. Can you write it down for me, please? Top 10. I want you to think about the top 10 businesses that are benefiting right now from this crisis. And I don't mean benefiting. I don't mean profiteering. I don't mean ripping people off. I mean businesses that just have a higher level of demand because of the products and services that they are delivering. Let's think about technology companies, for instance. People are being told they need to work from home, need to get set up to work from home. Many businesses have already done that. Some are still in that transition phase and getting their people set up at home. Technology businesses are selling out of products. Could you assist those businesses with the business that you're working in? There are 9 of us. I want you to keep that top 10, write it down, put a box around it, and after this webinar, write down the top 10 businesses that you could serve right now. Help them with new marketing within your business. It may be that you need to, as I said before, produce different products. You may need to create new marketing or new markets. You may need to start trading in new regions. You may need to start globally in other parts of the world. What are you doing now? Now, this may only be a short-term situation in. It could be longer. It may be that you only have to make these changes for the next 90 days. It doesn't matter. I need to ask you now, what are you doing right now to review your business model, the products and services that you're selling to get yourself through this situation. Step 3, virtual is the new normal. Listen, I'm going to ask you for a hands up. Is your business ready to go online? Are you ready to go online right now with your business? In fact, let me just do a poll with you now. I'm going to ask you to complete a poll for me here about how this virus is affecting your business. The question I've got for you is, how much of your business or your turnover being affected by the coronavirus? Not at all, only slightly so far, or we've seen a significant downturn. How has your business been affected, or your turnover been affected by coronavirus? Not at all, only slightly so far, or we've seen a significant downturn. Yeah, I can see the numbers coming in, nearly 100% saying a significant downturn in business. So your business has been affected. Next question is, the next question is, actually, I've got another question for you. Give me 1 second here. I just want to understand how you're feeling at this moment in time. Let's get this next question up for you. Yeah, I want to know how you're feeling right now. The poll should be coming up on your screen. You can click on it. Please click on it and give me your answers. How are you feeling right now about your future? Are you feeling excited? Are you feeling positive? Are you feeling scared, stressed, or depressed? Which one is it? Excited, positive, scared, stressed, depressed. You know, I think this is something to do with the timing in which I've launched this poll. If I had launched this poll at the beginning of this session, I think a lot more people would have been saying they were feeling depressed and stressed. The numbers are a lot lower than ordinarily when I put that in place, which is great. People are feeling a little bit scared. People are starting also on this poll here starting to feel positive. So excellent. It's good to understand exactly where you feel at this moment in time. And you know, the question I just asked you now is, virtual is the new normal. Hands up if your business is ready to go online. Can I ask you to put your hands up, please? If your business, and I mean ready to go online, you know, take advantage of all the opportunities that are out there. Yeah, I'd say about 50% is what's coming in. Yeah, keep your hands going up, please. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's the normal response that we'd expect right now. Right about 50% of people say they're ready to go online. Listen, virtual is the new normal. Will you change the working pattern of your business after this one, in this period of AC after coronavirus? Well, that's what's happening right now. We're having to WFH, work from home, and technology is the way forward at this particular moment in time. I was speaking to one business owner this week, and he said, listen, I've sent my staff home. They've become more productive than ever. So is this the new way in which you're going to run your business? And now, if it is, we need to make sure we look after the people. Organizations are made up of people. That's what they are, okay? Those people on the front line deliver. Now, your business, you don't grow your business, your people grow your business. So you need to make sure you look after your people during this particular period of time. There are a few things that you can do to help your people working at home. You need to speak with them regularly. You need to have regular meetings with your team. In the morning, you can have a huddle in the morning. What's happening today? What were the issues from yesterday, and what are we aiming to achieve today? A huddle at the end of the day in terms of what did we achieve today and what's the plan for tomorrow. Something in the middle of the day to gauge how people are feeling and how they're getting on. A second thing to do would be to help your team to prepare for tomorrow today. Okay, so to get them to put together a cheat sheet of what exactly it is in our list of work to do tomorrow, and then to report that back to you. Reporting what actually has been done in the day also. Get a report at the end of the day so people understand exactly what it is that they've achieved. Reporting your numbers, your KPIs, your accounts, not on a monthly basis, not on a weekly basis, but now on a daily basis, giving you much more control in your business, it's actually make you more agile and able to make changes in what people are doing on a day-to-day basis to make your business more profitable. And then a daily personal call with the people within the business. It's important that people do not feel isolated or feel alone, but you have regular contact with them and you manage them and help them through this situation. It's very important to get everybody set up within your business, give them all the technology that they require to make things happen for your business. How many hours they work at home, does it matter? It doesn't really. Research has shown actually that people are 10 times more productive at home than they are actually at work. The hours they use at home, they are vitally productive, and that's been borne out to me with business owners I've spoken to this week. What's more important are the outcomes and the management of the people. Those things that we just discussed now, that people are very clear on what the outcomes are that you require from them, and then they will be productive at home. Just be prepared, guys, that social distancing is the way forward. It's a change that's coming in our business. We're going to have to change the way in which we operate. If we are in the hospitality or the recreational business, we need to again look at how we structure our businesses going forward as we come out of this period and back into the new normal, which is going to be a new virtual normal. So let's have a look at our pricing structures and the way in which we run our business to ensure that we come out of it in the right shape. What you're going to find as you come through this process is that you're going to find yourself with a better team. Get everybody involved, get everybody productive, get everybody on the same agenda, on the same sheet as you. A virtual team is a better team. It's a happier team. It's a more profitable team. And it's a lower cost base, which means actually more profitability. So embrace this. Virtual is the new normal. So it's about looking forward in terms of where we're going with our business. The next step, the fourth step, is to get a grip of your cash. Cash, cash, cash. Cash is king. In fact, let me ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is cash in your business? 10 being absolutely vital, we die without it. 1 being not important at all. Put in the question box there how you rate cash, how important cash is in your business. 10 being absolutely vital to survival of your business, 1 not being at all. Yeah, of course, 10, 10, 10. Yeah, that's what's coming up on the screen. It's going to be 10, isn't it? Because without cash, our business dies. Cash is an enabler and a disabler. Without cash, our business dies. With more cash, our business thrives. More cash, the quicker we grow. Less cash, the slower we grow. No cash, our business dies. So we need cash within our business. And it's vitally important that you ensure that the cash stays within your business. Get cash within your business. Stop cash from bleeding out of your business. Anything that's in your profit and loss account, which isn't contributing towards the growth of your business, you need to cut it out of your business. Okay, get credit within your business. Even if you feel like you don't need credit in your business, make sure you get lines of credit that are available right now. The government are making provision of 12 months interest-free loans for you to use in your business to bolster your business at this time. How much should you borrow? Only you will know. Here's a quick formula. You must always have 3 months of fixed costs available in cash within your business. If you haven't got it now, you need to go and borrow that. Going on into the future, make sure you have 3 to 6 months of cash available, reserves within your business for any downturn or any disaster within your business. Guess what? They do happen. It's vitally important that you keep your suppliers and your partners happy. They've not just been your suppliers and partners in the past, they're your suppliers and partners for the future too. So keep those relationships strong. If you feel you're going to struggle at paying these suppliers, have a conversation with them. Now, I've heard the word negotiate with them. That can be quite a hard word to negotiate. It's like you're coming in from a tough stance. Instead, how about how we have a conversation as to where we are? You need to put in place a cash flow forecast to understand what your cash flow cycle is going to be over the next 3 to 6 months. If you don't know how to do that, message me after this webinar and I'll show you how to do it. In fact, I'm running a number of webinars around putting together a cash flow forecast, providing some tools free of charge to business owners to help them to understand how they can put their cash flow process in place, understand how much the cash they can have. Then you can go into the conversations with your suppliers and partners, the people that are important to you, key suppliers and key partners, and keep that relationship strong. And at all costs, have a conversation, communicate. Now, when it comes to the provisions from the government, there's a lot of negativity around them and how it's going to work and how practical they are, how can you get hold of them and who do you speak to, and I'm stuck on a line for so many hours. Can I ask you please just to ignore that negativity, okay? What you need to do is take advantage, stay on the line, keep applying, get what you can, just do it. Get that help, get those applications in and speak to the people that are going to give you the cash within your business. Without cash, just let me remind you, without cash, your business dies. Postpone what you can. If there are things that you are planning to spend that you don't have to spend, postpone the spend on those. Don't spend on them. You know, some of the football clubs, for example, they'd ordinarily in the next few months be looking at relaying their pitches. They've had nobody in their stadiums for the last 5 weeks. They're not going to relay their pitches, particularly the businesses that are lower down the food chain. So you in your business, any bigger projects that you had, any vanity projects that you had, please postpone those within your business. You may need to look at changing your cost structures. We just spoke about going forward after coronavirus, AC as opposed to BC, a virtual shift in the way in which you run your business. One of the business owners I spoke to this week said, this is going so well, we may have to look in the future to how many people we have in the office, or whether we have an office at all, or the size of the office that we actually have. We're going to look at reducing our costs here, making ourselves more profitable and making the people more profitable. Really important. Sell your way out of this. Now, if your business has been shut down, you can't sell at this moment, you can't. You're going to have to hunker down. You're going to have to mothball your business and reduce your costs and look at how you can start to bring some cash into the business. If you can sell, please do sell. I'm going to talk a little bit more about it later on, but don't be afraid of selling your way out of it. It's cash flow. Look at the top of this page, cash flow management. The cash must flow into your business because it's also flowing out of your business. Don't make cash stagnant. Think about stagnant water. It's not a very nice image, is it? No, we don't want our business to be stagnant and dying. We want our business to be thriving. So make sure the cash is flowing, whatever it is. Do whatever it takes to keep cash flow in your business. Okay, let's move on to our next thing that we need to do, our next step that's going to help us through this. Marketing. Your marketing must shift. I'm going to ask you a question. What are you doing differently in your business now? What are you doing differently than before coronavirus? If you're not doing anything different, your business is going to struggle. You really are going to struggle. Your advertising, your marketing must change. It must be different. It must recognize the time period that we're in. You know, most importantly, your message must be compassionate. Okay, you must understand where people are at this moment in time and what their needs are. You see, marketing is all about helping people to solve their problems, to find a solution to their problems, to fulfill a need or a desire. And whatever that is right now, we need to make sure that our marketing shifts and makes that point. For example, what we're doing with our marketing is I'm now offering, we are as Action Coach, we're offering 5 hours coaching, 5 to 10 hours free coaching to business owners within the area. Why am I doing that? Well, you know, your why and your purpose must be the most important thing. The reason I'm running my business is because I want to help business owners to thrive and survive through this situation. In fact, to thrive actually during the normal situation. I want to help them survive through the situation. So whatever I can do. Now, they're not blown out coaching sessions. They could be half an hour or an hour. It's going to be definitely online, isn't it? Or on the phone, just to help business owners to get some clarity and to start to focus on the options that they have and what they need to do, what actions they need to take within their business. I'm running these free webinars here, and I'm running free webinars on cash flow. Whatever it is I'm running, I'm helping business owners to make the right decisions. That's part of my marketing. It gets them into my marketing funnel, doesn't it? And possibly one day to be my customers. Now, we need to help people. That's the key thing that needs to be in our mind, really. We need to be compassionate. We need to also, though, at the same time, help people to act urgently. People must act now. If you see one of my posts for this webinar, you see that I say you need to act now. Don't miss out. Don't left behind. It's urgent. People need to understand what they need to do. So in my line of business, for example, talking to business owners like you, I need to help you to understand that you need to act now. I don't want you to go out of business. You need to make changes now within your business. Get your business virtual and get it viral. Help people to share what you do. You may have got here because a post was shared about this particular event, about this webinar. If you're enjoying this webinar, I'm going to ask you, If you're enjoying this webinar, I'm going to ask you to share it with other people, okay? And you're going to do the same. You're going to get online. You're going to be doing webinars like this. You're going to be signing up to Zoom and doing webinars and helping your community with things that will move them forward, helping your customers. Is your marketing viral then? Is your marketing virtual? If not, get it there. This is your opportunity. If you've been a little bit afraid of social media and using these functionality that's available, get using it. Get used to it. Build the skills within it. And do more marketing, not less. Do more. You know, there's 3 pillars to business. The first one is marketing. Then the second is operations, and the third is finance, the money and the HR, the people that make it happen. There ain't no operations, and there are no people, and there's no money if there's no marketing. Your business will die if you do not market. So don't do less, do more. One of my clients, they run an outdoor adventure facility for young people, for children, for families, and for schools. Schools have been shut down. They're not allowed to use the outdoor facilities anymore, strangely enough, isn't it, in national parks that they were using. So what are they doing? What are they doing? Well, they've gone online. And you know what? They're offering free advice, videos every day on Facebook and on YouTube to help people within their community. Will they get business from it today? No. Will they expand the reach and people to know about their business and help people to know who they are as people and want to come and do business with them when we get after coronavirus? Absolutely, yes. Their name is getting out there. They're putting on videos and helping business owners. Sorry, not helping business, helping parents and families who are now working from home with their children to find something to do in the garden, to get out there and to get a connection with nature. Woodland Classroom, they're called. You want to speak with those people. That's just an example of how we can shift our marketing. Very important though, don't profiteer. Don't be hyping your prices. Look at how you can help your market. Very important as well also is to know your numbers. Know your numbers better than ever within your business. Don't be making guesses. Don't be throwing money down the drain. Here's an opportunity actually for you to start what we call testing and measuring bit by bit, little bits of marketing, and working out how a headline works, how a picture works, how a particular message works, how a particular type of video works. Does this product have an appeal to this particular target market? Now it's time to start to know that. So you know what return you're getting. Every pound you spend on marketing should be giving you £2 back. Don't waste money. Key thing, do not stop marketing. Get through this by marketing your business. Don't let anybody else tell you any different. The second thing in there, step 6 now that you need to do is sales. Sales with compassion. Quite an interesting quote, that, isn't it? There are 2 main pillars of great salesmanship. They're being competitive and being compassionate. You know, being competitive is really just being absolutely confident that what you have is better than what everybody else has. What you have will fill the needs of the people within your area. You know, who agrees with this expression, the customer is king? Hands up, please, if you agree with that expression, the customer is king. Hands up, please. Get your hands up there. Thank you very much. Yeah, okay. So we're getting quite a few hands up saying that they agree with the customer's king. Maybe a few people feel like they believe that, but they're holding back a little bit because they don't think the customer is always right. The key thing is the customer is king. What we mean by that is the customer has a problem and you need to serve them. You need to help them to find a solution to their problem. So you need to be really, really compassionate in your sales. You need to listen. Ask questions, listen, provide a solution, change your tone, become really focused on exactly what it is that they want and produce and provide something that's going to fill their need. People have not stopped buying. Don't feel bad about sales at this time. I've been in conversations this week where people have been saying it's not the right thing to be selling, or asking the question, is it the right thing to be selling at a time like this? People are still buying. People still have needs. Let me give you a definition of sales. Ready? You want to write this down. A salesperson is a person that professionally helps another person to find a solution to their problem or to fulfill a need or desire. A salesperson is a person that professionally helps another person find a solution to their problem or fulfill a need or desire. Notice the word person there in there a few times. It's personal. People have a need that needs fulfilling, whatever it is. If you've got a product or a service that fulfills the needs of people right now, or helps them to find a solution to their problem, do not be afraid to sell it. You know, the biggest need that people have at this moment in time is to have money, to earn some money, to keep their jobs, to feed their families, to keep their businesses going. Don't be ashamed about solving people's problems. Be compassionate, yes, be helpful, but help people to survive and thrive through this. Help your customers. If you're business to business, help your clients who are serving other clients to survive their business by providing what they need. Do not be afraid to sell at this particular point in time, but be nice, be kind, be genuine, sell on purpose. You may have heard Simon Sinek speak about finding your why. You know, understand why it is that you are selling what you're selling to people. See, I'm quite happy at this moment in time to help business owners to survive. I don't want business owners in my community to go out of business because I was embarrassed to help them to buy the things that would help them through this particular process. Yes, I've cut my prices to help people, business owners, because I want to help people through this particular period in time. And then the prices will move back to what they need to be. But do not be afraid to help people to find the solution to their problem. Be nice, be kind, help people to buy. Look after people in this particular point in time. Relationships matter. If you look after people now, if they're struggling to pay you the full price, work something out to get them through the situation, they will pay you back some time later on. Do not stop selling in this process, in this period of time. Step number 7, customer service for repeat business. We just said the customer is the king. Now, what we need to remember is that repeat business equals profit. Let me repeat that. Repeat business equals profit. In fact, write that down, please. Repeat business equals profit. It's much cheaper to keep existing customers than it is to generate new business. We all agree with that, don't we? We all understand that. So keeping your existing customers is a must. You need to look after your customers. You need to, in fact, go above and beyond what you ordinarily would do to help them. You need to under-promise and over-deliver to your customers. Are you doing that? Are you helping your customers? You know, are you helping them now, even if you can't deliver what they ordinarily had? Another business owner I know runs a gym. It's an exclusive gym for business for people, and he gives them exclusive training, one-on-one training in an environment which is absolutely perfect for them. Can't do it now because of coronavirus. So what's he doing? Well, he's taking it online. If people can pay, they'll pay. If they can't, they can't. And he gives them their program online, and then to the wider public too, to families at home and to children, people who look at this as an opportunity to get fit, he's doing that online. What's he doing? He's helping people in this particular period of time. He's helping his customers. He's building his brand. It's all about customer service. And we have something in our business called the ladder of loyalty, where we take someone from being a suspect to someone just watching us from a distance, watching us online, and know a little bit about our business. We take them through to being a prospect, which is somebody who's asking for our service, to being a shopper, which is next rung on the ladder, which is taking them to buying something they want from us. Then they become a customer, then they become a raving fan of our business. We want them to be raving fans. We don't want people to be just satisfied with what we deliver. We want them to be raving fans right at the top of the ladder, telling everybody else about how brilliant our service is. So customer service will help you to generate repeat business. Now is the time to build loyalty. If you have to do it virtually, do it virtually. If you don't know how to run to YouTube, you don't know how to set up a YouTube channel, don't know how to get followers and subscribers on your YouTube channel, and how to monetize that, now is the time to do that. Build your fan base, create raving fans, not just satisfied customers. Harry Beckwith wrote a book called Selling the Invisible. It's vitally important that you help people with understanding exactly what it is. If you've got a product that's currently invisible because it's virtual and it's online, help them to understand that you care and that their custom to you is really important. I use a business called Wiggle. It's a cycling, online cycling and running and triathlon service. Whenever they send me a product in the post that I've ordered, they also send me a little packet of Haribo's. I'm telling you now, because it's funny. It's just something tangible, which makes the invisible visible. Does that make sense? It's great. When I'm on a bike, I'll eat those Haribo's with a little bit of sugar beads. What can you do to keep people coming back? I want you to write now, actually, a 3-point action plan. That's how you can create loyalty. Make a note. You're going to write down a 3-point action plan. So 3 things that you can do to create loyalty within your customers. See, creating loyalty, getting your customers coming back is where the profit actually is. Okay. Point number 8, get the most from your people. Now, you've got some great people working within your business. And the key thing is that you keep those people within your business. You don't want them running away and going anywhere else. Fear and despair are there. People are afraid for themselves, for their future, for their families. They need to understand what you're doing. So communicate with your people, okay? Lead your people. Help them to have the right mindset. Now that starts with you having the right mindset. Fear stands for false expectations appearing real. False expectations appearing real. Usually when we're afraid to do something, when we actually get on and do it, it wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be in the first place. Does that make sense? False expectations appearing real. People can have that. You can have that. What you need to do is to focus on the way out of this situation and lead your people out of that situation. I'm going to take you right back to the beginning of the webinar when we spoke about grabbing hold of that log as you fell out of the boat. Grab hold of that log for your people. Show them what to do. Give them a focus. When people have focus, fear starts to disappear. When they have options, fear starts to disappear. So set new standards. We have to do more. Let people know that maybe we did have to work harder. We have to work differently within our business. Be a leader. Be seen in your business. Speak to your people on a regular basis. Be seen on video. If every day you have to pick up your phone and press WhatsApp and video and press and send a message to your team every single day, do that. Be seen on social for your suppliers and for your customers. Let them know that you're in business and you're positive and you're working your way through this process. And really important in your business, help the people to know that they can make this business work. Okay, help the people in your business. In fact, take people from being a cost center actually to being a profit center. What I mean by that is help people to keep making money. If people are going to continue working in your business, see how they can be involved in the money making process. What can they do? So for example, if your salespeople are involved in doing sales admin and doing their own paperwork and setup of their sales meetings, get other people involved to do that for them. Take people away from their current roles, which may have become redundant at this moment in time, and get them involved in sales and marketing and getting the message out there that your business is here. Don't lose your great people. It's important that maybe you need to train and retrain your people. Vitally important that if you're taking advantage of the government's provisions of maybe furloughing your people, where there's an 80% provision and you use cash flow that you can provide that 80% provision through the government. One business owner I know is topping up the other 20% because they want to keep their great people. Don't take this as an opportunity to make more profit. Take it as an opportunity to get the most from your people. If there's some natural attrition of people that you've actually found weren't great for your team, you may want to let that happen within your business, but you certainly want to look after the best people. Get your people making money within your business. This is an opportunity for you to be sure that you've got the best people and keep as many of them as you possibly can. This is apparently right at this moment in time a 90-day problem. What can you do to work your way through this 90-day problem to keep hold of the best people within your business? Don't be slashing. Step number 9, build a strong mindset. Now, it's really important that, when you have to win, if you found that, when you have to win, you win. When you desperately have to, and right now, you have to win in everything that you're doing within your business. And if you don't, your business is going down, you're going down. And this starts with you. It starts with you just getting a grip. Here we are in lockdown. Let's get some daily rituals in place. How do we start our day? Do we press snooze? Are we snoozing our life away? Or are we getting out of bed with a purpose in the morning? We decided last night what it is that we're going to achieve today and get out of bed with a purpose. Are we getting enough sleep? Are we getting enough hydration? Are we getting enough exercise to get the blood pumping and flowing in the morning? Is our diet good? Or is our diet starting to become particularly poor because we're working from home? Keep an eye on that. Meditation, if that works for you, a little bit of silence. Get a daily ritual in place to get yourself through this. Plan for the next 90 days. View the next 90 days as, I suppose, as an opportunity for you to learn and to grow. View it as an opportunity, not a crisis. And find small wins every day, small wins every hour. Talk about these wins to the people that matter to you, the people that will listen to you. Talk about these wins to your team. Get your team to share their wins. This is all, if you notice, this is all about building a strong and positive mindset to get ourselves through this. What can I do? What can I do? Think differently. One really important thing actually is the news channels are out there to spread news and to create advertising revenue. You be very careful about how much is coming into your mind. Don't let anybody else control your mindset. You be in control of your mindset. Some people have just set up a bulletin for the news on their phone or on their Android phone or their iPhone, where they get a bulletin of the key things. They don't sit there and absorb half an hour of doom and gloom of what's happening around the world. And the world news being spun in whatever way you want to spin it. Yeah. Disraeli said there's lies, damned lies, and then statistics. You can spin it any way you want to. What you need is what's important for you, what you need to know about your business, maybe the Downing Street briefing at 5 o'clock, whatever it is that you need. Limit the amount of news that you're getting in there so that you can remain positive in your mindset. Step 10, plan for 90 days. Okay, we would never go on a mountain without GPS support. We'd never go on a mountain without some plan as to how to get there and let other people what we need to do. This is a 90-day game. Let's just think about it in that way, okay? What will you market and sell in this time period? Okay, think about yourself as an Olympic medalist, Olympic gold medalist, who's going to push themselves through to that point beyond which everybody else is going. You see, what happens in sport is that our body is designed to protect itself, and we're afraid to push ourselves beyond what we feel are natural limits. Sometimes you have to push yourself a bit further than that to get to the goal. And that's what an Olympic swimmer will do, an Olympic athlete will do. So your 90 days, next 90 days is that period. Set yourself up with that in goal. You're doing 90 laps. What will you do in this time period? How will you deliver and change what you do? How will you create value for people within your business? In fact, I want you to write this down, this next expression. What do I need to focus on now to come out of this fitter and better? Can you write it down for me, please? What do I need to focus on right now to come out of this fitter and better? Write that down. Have that somewhere really clear. If you're ever feeling yourself a little bit down in this 90-day period, just stop and ask yourself, what do I need to focus on right now to come out of this fitter and better, for my business to come out of this fitter and better, for me to come out of this fitter and better, for my family and my relationship to come out of this fitter and better. I've got down there, work with your coach. You know, any athlete that wants to become the best at what they do, who wants to be fitter and better and get the gold medal, they have a coach. And that's what I do as a business coach. I help business owners to keep their mindset right, to keep themselves focused on the right activity, to give them the education that they require, to do what they need to do, and to keep them accountable. I'm speaking to my clients on a daily basis to help them to stay positive and to be doing the right things at this moment in time, to get the rituals and processes and habits in place, atomic habits that will give them atomic results within their business. So if you want me to coach you through this, you can get a hold of me, Jeff Williams at actioncoach.com. The first thing I do is I give you a free coaching session, get your mind straight. And if that's all you need, that's all you need. And I'll push you forward and make you move on. Fantastic. You can join me for another webinar. I run every week now on a Thursday morning. For the next 5 weeks, I am running a business planning, no, actually, it's put another way, an action planning program, a 90-day action plan program where I get you to sit down, build resilience, and write in the session, in the 3 hours, a very clear plan as to how you should do it. Now, going back to what I said before, my goal is to help business owners to do that, okay? And to put us both in a win-win situation where you get through this, and of course, my business continues too. So I'm not charging any amount for that, to be honest with you. If you want to come along to the session and have it for free, come along and have it for free. If you want to come along and decide you want to pay something for it, pay something for it. It doesn't matter. I'll let you have the details of this afterwards for you to be able to log on to that if you want to. In fact, can I just get a hands up? Who would like to take advantage of A, a free coaching session, and B, a 90-day planning session? Can you put your hands up for me, please? Great, getting a few hands up. Fantastic. Okay. In the next couple of slides, I'm going to give you my email address. I've just given it now, Jeff Williams. It's easy. Jeff, J-E-F-F, Williams at actioncoach.com. Drop me an email. Give me a call, and I'll make sure that you get access to both of those, just to help you through and to continue on this process of survival through this. Step 11, the final step, look to invest. Now, this is a strange one, but what we all know is that when the markets are down, there's a huge discount available. If you have excess cash to invest, a lot of people do. We've just been, in the last webinar, I just explained that we go through cycles, okay, in the economy. Every 7 to 10 years, we have boom and bust, okay? We have a summer where things are doing really well. We go into the autumn when things start to drop off, and the winter when things are dormant. We are currently in the autumn. Things are falling. They're dropping massively. Prices are dropping. And we're going to go into a winter, slight depression. We don't know how long it's going to be. And then we're going to come out of it into the spring, when the business will start to pick up again, and you'll start to optimize and profit and go back into the summer. Right now, we're in the autumn going into winter very quickly. And in that time period, prices are really low, whether that be for houses, for stocks, whatever it is you want to buy. So this is your opportunity. You have excess cash coming through the last summer that we've had. You have an opportunity to invest in those companies. Companies will be up for sale. Customers will be up for sale. Some companies will go bust. Look at your marketplace. Look at the ones that are struggling. Their customers will need some way to service them. There is an opportunity for you. The key thing in all of this is to act now, okay? This is a very fast-moving event. It's the fastest thing. We said at the beginning, it's unprecedented what we're going through at this moment in time. It's a fast-moving, so you must move quickly. You must move quicker. You need to act now and make decisions within your business. Don't wait. Don't wait, you'll go under. Just to finish up then, get in contact with me to make your 90-day plan. If you put your hand up, drop me an email, jeffwilliams@actioncoach.com, write it down. I want you to start doing something right now. Following this webinar, I want you to list 5 ideas that you need to take action on today. 5 ideas that you need to move with today, to make quick decisions on today to help your business to survive. We discussed a number of things there, but there are 5 things that you're going to need to do. I've got time for some questions and answers. I just want to let you know that everybody on the call here, I will call you in any case after this. If you put your phone number into your registration, I'll give you a call, understand what it is, refresh some of the things that we've spoken about during this webinar this morning to help you to understand exactly what it is that you need to apply in your business and how we can apply these things in your business. And give you some details of our planning session and of our program called 30X. Now, 30X, if you become a paid customer, 30X is a program which gets you 30 days of coaching online, 30 days, 30 minutes every day from the founder of Action Coach, Brad Sugars. Takes 30 years of experience in business and growing businesses, puts it into a phenomenal course teaching on all aspects of business. I'll speak to you about it when I give you a call. So how can I help you? Let me know. Put your questions in the question box, and I'll see if I can answer your questions. So please type away. Put your questions in the question box, and I'll see if I can help you. Okay, I've got a question coming in. Yeah, I understand. You've got a restaurant. How do you cope? Well, hopefully you're taking some steps right now. You can start to deliver takeaway services to your customers. Have you thought of speaking with delivery companies within your area, taxi drivers within your area? You're probably using some of those already to start delivering takeaway. Have you thought about maybe making bulk meals for your customers, bulk orders, changing actually the set menus that you have there for larger families or groups of families, or getting some sort of group discount for families together, selling in bulk? Have you perhaps thought about selling to the corporates? They may want to help the businesses in the area, the larger business, they want to help keep their teams happy, or maybe you could tell them they want to keep their teams happy by providing a lunch pack or a breakfast pack. Or you could make a suggestion perhaps that those businesses put together a WhatsApp group for their team. In the morning, this is going to happen, and we're going to provide this for you. Or at lunchtime, we're going to have a huddle together, and this is what we can provide for you. Here's a pack that we will get delivered to you, to your homes, keeping the key people happy. So that's something. Okay, yeah, I've got it. Yeah, I'm a photographer. How can I make money? There's weddings are being cancelled, and okay, but you have your camera. Go shoot. Just be out there. Take pictures of anything. Take pictures of this event which is happening. This is history that's happening right now. I'm sure you're creative in your mindset, but what can you do with those images now for the news media and going forward for your business to create a log of history going forward? What does the F and R in your change form? Oh, the F and R. The F stands for first steps. The R stands for resistance. So we're resistant to change as humans. Okay, even though change is the one constant in our life, we're resistant to making changes. R is resistance, so we want to reduce that resistance and help you to understand what the first steps are. Remember the formula: D times V plus F must be greater than R. Listen, the key. Thank you very much for questions. I haven't got time for any more questions. They're going to have to wrap now. But the key thing that I want to ask you is, how can I help? Yes, we're socially distanced as Action Coach. I'm working from home here. I'm working on this webinar, presenting this to you virtually, but hopefully we can feel a connection here in what we've spoken about. We're socially distanced, but we're here for every business that needs help right now. So how can I help you? Drop me an email, drop me a text. My details on the screen there if you want to screenshot the screen at this particular moment in time, or write down. Please get in touch. Listen, the key thing throughout this whole process is for you to remain positive, to communicate with your people, to continue to provide service to your customers. Listen, be willing to change. We're in a new virtual world. We are now AC. We're after coronavirus, whereas we had BC. The world is going to change. Manage your cash. Understand how much cash there is in your business. Get a cash flow forecast. If you haven't got one, get in contact with me. Change your marketing. Your marketing must shift. It must be compassionate. It must meet the needs of people right now. And please don't be browbeaten by anybody into not selling what you have. If you're able to sell at this moment in time, please do. Please help people to find a solution to their problems. Help people to fulfill their needs or desires right now, whatever it is that's going to help people through this situation. Continue to sell it, but sell it with compassion. Okay, we are meeting the needs of people. Be nice, be kind, take a chill pill, be positive, work your way through this. Listen, thanks for joining me this morning. I look forward to speaking to you all soon.